Today we're going to talk about 6 golden habits for longevity, especially after the age of 50. But I even send this to my clients that are in their 20s because it's so important. You might ask, Monica, hey, why are you talking about longevity? This channel's about money. Well, I'm here to tell you, when you get ready to retire, there's an old adage, there's an old saying that says this: I worked all these years to save up for retirement, $1 million. And now that I'm retired, I'm so sick, I'd give $1 million, all the money I saved up, to be healthy. And I don't want that to be you. So we're just gonna jump right in there. This is from a neuroscientist named Andrew Huberman that I follow on Facebook. And I love his stuff because it's based on science. And I'm medical and I like science. Number 1, learn new things. And you might think, I cannot learn something new every 90 days. But can you do this? Try pickleball for a while, especially if you can borrow equipment. Try taking a walk. Try reversing that walk. If you're playing with your grandkids, throw the ball one way and then change it up and reverse it the other way. Sometimes brush your teeth with your left hand instead of your right if you're right-handed. There's ways to learn new skills that do not mean learning French or Spanish every 90 days. So think about that because it creates great circuits in your brain. Number 2, zone exercising. I've always been an avid exercise because I talked to my clients about exercise before they ever retired. Many of them that didn't exercise, they said they were going to when they retired. And what I found is that I followed them for years and they did not. So I started a long time ago, power walking, running, started running half marathons. But all you need to do is 10 to 15 minutes, 3 times a week, your max heart rate minus your age. So say take 220 minus your age. If you're 60, that's 160. And then multiply that between 60 and 70%. That's your max heart rate, which would be around 112. The benefits of getting up to your 112 heart rate for 10 minutes, 3 times a week, can be so beneficial to your longevity. Number 3, time-restricted eating. And this doesn't even have to do necessarily with changing your diet, but I'm all about that too. But time-restricted eating, maybe you don't eat breakfast, you start with lunch, and you cut your eating off at 7 or 8 p.m. And so you have some restricted, or what they call intermittent fasting. So by doing this, you give your body a rest. And some neuroscientists even believe in the power of fasting to just create new cells and get rid of toxins. And some even recommend, I haven't done this and I don't think I can, but I might try one day. I'll tell you if I do. A 3-day fast every year, just water only, and how that can detoxify your body. I love the idea. I don't know if I can do it for sure, but I'll get back with you on that one. Number 4, light exposure. And I think the amazing thing about that, especially for somebody like me that is addicted to sunglasses, is that light exposure just means 10 minutes or so of sunlight. You're not going to stare at it, but as early in the day as you can without your sunglasses on, 5 to 10 minutes. So if you work from home, which a lot of people do, get out there on the deck and get some sunlight coming in your eyes. It helps circadian rhythm, hormone balance, and a lot of other things which will prolong your life. Number 5, I love this one, protein intake and resistance training. Everybody's talking about building muscle, and they say after age 35, you lose about 2% of your muscle a year unless you're working on it. And we're not talking about being a big bodybuilder, but then again, many of us don't get the protein we need. So I've started drinking a morning protein shake most mornings and trying to get more meat, chicken, fish, things like that that are high in protein in my diet. I also make something called cowboy caviar, which has a lot of beans and some peppers and things like that every couple of weeks. I make kidney bean salad every couple of weeks just to increase my protein. But the strengthening training, the resistance training of light weights, 2 to 3 times a week, significantly helps you in that you might not fall. And a lot of times as we age, a fall, a broken hip, is what ends you up in the hospital and you might die of pneumonia because of it. So it's that muscle on your whole body which is your body armor, which is going to help you live a long, fulfilling life. Something that I've started doing with my resistance training, instead of just doing 40 pounds, 3 sets of 15, is I've increased that. This works especially well for women. Increase the weight as I can tolerate it without hurting my body, and decrease the reps, maybe down to 6 or 8 reps. Because I feel like, well, now a lot of times I have one grandkid on this side and I'm carrying a baby carrier with the other grandkid on that side, and I need to be strong and I don't want to fall, especially with them. So those two things are so important, and you can look further into that yourself just to see how important it is. Number 6 is so important, and part of my job as a mental health nurse practitioner, and I want to be your financial counselor, so don't forget that, your financial therapist, is stress breathing and getting control of your stress. I try to do this when I'm thinking about my kids, and I'm stressed for them. I want better for them. I worry about them. They're all 4 grown and married, and now we've got 7 grandkids. If I die of a heart attack, my dad died young at 44. If I die of a heart attack because I'm worrying about them, then I can't be here to kind of help them along. So I've got to stop. And one thing that I really like is stress breathing, where we'll just call it box breathing. There's numerous ways to do this. Breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, breathe out through the mouth for 4, hold for 4, start again. Breathe in through the nose for 4, hold it for 4, and breathe out for 4, hold it for 4. And so it's called box breathing. All sides are equal, 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds, 4 seconds. And that can be as good as medication as far as decreasing your heart rate, helping decrease cortisol, and getting you back to where you're thinking straight. I just want to share some of these tips with you to increase your longevity so that you can enjoy your retirement money that you worked so hard to save. If you like this, click subscribe, click like, and share it with somebody that might benefit. And until next time, have a great day.